Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to our English lessons for grade 4 at Al Manal International School. Okay, so today, guys, we will be discussing what a critical review is. Okay, so a critical review is what we need to know for today's lesson. Yeah, and how we basically write a critical review. That is what we will be discussing today. Okay, so the first question that needs to come to our mind is what does the word critique, what does the word critical mean? Okay, critical basically means to have your own opinion about something, to be to be a person who not just accept people's views or what people tell them. That is to be critical about something. If, for example, if someone tells you that a certain burger is very, very nice, okay, then if you have a critical mind or if you are a critical thinker, it means you're not just going to accept that that burger that the person was telling you about, that it is a good burger. You're first going to investigate if the burger is nice. Then you're going to compare if that burger is basically better than another place that basically makes burgers. You're going to compare the different places and the different burgers, and then at the end you're going to form your opinion, and then you're going to say whether it is a good burger or not compared to the other options that's available. So if you are a critical thinker, you're basically not accepting anything that comes to your mind or anything that you hear from other people. Okay. And today we are basically going to focus on the critical review of a book. So a critical review is basically a second opinion about a book that one reads. Okay, it is your second opinion. And in your opinion, basically, you're going to state whether the book that you read is a good book or not. And you're going to state in your critical review, in your second opinion, why you say the book is good or the particular book that you are reading is not a good book. Okay. And these points over here is basically what your second opinion or what your critical review needs to have to be a complete critical review about a book. Okay, so in your critical review, you need to tell us or tell the readers what the book is about that you are critiquing, that you are giving a second opinion for. Secondly, you need to include what the book's theme or important message was. Okay, if you are doing a critical review or giving a second opinion about Harry Potter, okay, that was written by J.K. Rowling, then you need to include in your critical review, in your second opinion, what the book is about, number one, and number two, what the important message is of Harry Potter that was written by J.K. Rowling. And then at the end of your review, you need to basically state what why the book is a good book. Either you're praising the book that J.K. Rowling wrote, or you're going to give criticism, or you're going to say where the book is bad, and also you're going to give examples, specific examples, right, from the book to support whether you say it is a good book or a bad book or a book that needs a little more attention. Okay, so that is basically what the critical review is. A critical review, guys, is basically a second opinion that has the story of what the book is about. It includes what the book is about. It includes or discusses the important message of the book, and also it gives your opinion at the end whether it is a good book or whether it is a book that's not so good. And you're stating with examples why you're going with the view in your critical review of the book, whether it is good or whether it is bad, why, with reasons you're stating down as well. Okay, so that is what a critical review is in basically today's lesson. I want to basically just show you an example of a critical review written by Hayden, which was 4 years old at the time, from Michigan. Okay, so Hayden basically wrote a critical review. He gave his second opinion about the book If I Never Forever Endeavor. Okay, and what did he include in his critical review, in his second opinion? Number one, he told us this book was about a bird who didn't yet know how to fly. So, what did he do? He included the first point. He told us what the book was about. Okay. Secondly, now he's telling you what the story is about. The bird was about, had to decide if it will fly, right? But the bird was not sure. So the bird thought, if I never forever endeavor, then I won't ever learn. Okay, so he's telling us what the story is about. It was about a bird that didn't know whether he should try to fly or not, but he also thought if he will not try, he will never know, or he will never learn how to fly. Okay, and then he goes on to say, on one wing he worries he might fail, and on the other wing he thinks he may succeed. Right? He worries that if he tries, he may get lost in the world. That makes him want to stay in the nest where he's safe. So he's telling us what is happening in the story. He's telling us that the bird thought if he's going to fail by trying, okay, then he will get lost in the world. And if he tries and he succeeds, then basically he will be one of the most courageous birds and the most successful birds right alive. Okay, so now Hayden basically is telling us what the book is about. He's telling us, he's giving us more detail about what's happening in the story. And thirdly, he says he gives his own opinion about the book, and that is what we basically said. The reviewer, the person giving an opinion, has to give his personal response to the book with examples. Okay, so if we look at Hayden, what did he do? He said, I think. So when you write a review, you say, I think this book would help other children to learn trying new things. Can be scary, but sometimes when we try, we can find things that make us happy too. Okay, and this book will help others know that mistakes are okay and part of learning. So he's telling you now what he thinks of the book. Okay, he thinks that this book would be good for children, right? And it learns and it teaches children to try new things. Okay, and it's okay to make mistakes when we try new things. Okay, this is what the book is teaching Hayden, and is giving us his personal opinion about his book. Okay, about the book If I Never Forever Endeavor. Okay, and then he says, my favorite part is that the bird tried and learned, and that she could fly. I also like that I read this book because it gave me a chance to talk to my mom about making mistakes and how I don't like making them. Then I learned, importantly, they are good and part of learning. Okay, so what did he do? He tells you that what they have learned from the story, and also he makes mention of the book's most important theme and the most important message. That is what he done here. He told us that if you learn, you can learn by trying. That is the most important part of the book, and it's okay to make mistakes. That is what he's stating in his critical review of the book. Okay, and then further he goes on, boys and girls who are 3 and 8 years old would like this book because it teaches about trying a new thing and how it's important to get past being scared so you can learn new things. And then at the end he says, I give the book 5 stars since I think it's important for other children to learn about courage. So in this particular critical review of the book, If I Never Forever Endeavor, written by Holly Mead, Hayden, which was 4 years old, from Southeast Michigan, he basically did a critical review. Why? Because he told us what the story was about. Secondly, he gave us the most important theme and the message, right, of the story, where he said it's okay to make mistakes and learn from them. And then also at the end, he gave us his personal response. He feels this is a very, very good book for 5-year-olds and 8-year-olds because it teaches us, it learns us. We need to try new things so that we can develop courage, okay, and not be afraid to make mistakes and learn from them. So that is basically today's lesson, guys. A critical review is basically to wrap up, a second opinion about a book or an article we have written, and it includes what the book or the article was about. It discusses the important message of the book or article, and also it has your opinion with evidence whether the book is a good book or whether it is a bad book, and also for who the book would be or the article would be suited for, and who will take most benefit from it. Thank you so much for your time, guys. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.